Guys, this is Mrs. Mendy, and I'm here to show you how to do your practice graph assignment. Okay, so here I am in Canvas on the practice graph assignment page that you're doing today. So first thing you do is you're going to make a Google Sheet to copy the data in. Okay, so you just click here and that'll make you your own copy. It says copy, and yes, you do. You want a copy. Okay, and now you'll see a spreadsheet. And you can change this to whatever you want. You can put your name in there, but so that it says practice graph in it, so if you lose it later, you can find that. Okay, so down here you can see that there are different tabs, and so here you're on the one that says scatter plot. Let me move this. Oh, no, I can't. Okay, so one has scatter plot and one has backpack data bar graph. Okay, and the color coding is to help you remember which one of these you're going to enter in. Okay, so you're going to enter in these data just like it shows here. The font does not matter at all. Okay, so you're going to copy that in, but I made a copy already and filled it all in so I could show you how to make graphs, because this is the new thing that you're going to do and that you're going to have to do for your science fair data yourself. Okay, so now the first thing you may notice is that something weird is happening in these title cells. So you can see that it kind of cuts it off, and sometimes that makes people worry. So, but if you look up here, on this line shows the true contents of each cell. Okay, so you can see it says the whole thing, but it's cutting it off because that's just the default of how it's set, is to not show you everything in the cell. If you want it to show you everything, then you just select everything, and then you go over here to this little button here where it says text wrapping, and it's like some lines with an arrow. And if you click the down button, you want to click the curved arrow that makes the words wrap around. And it says, see where it says wrap? You click that, okay? And I can do that again over here. I'll just select these things. And then text wrapping down to wrap, the curved arrow one. Okay? So let's make a graph. It's not hard. All right, for this one, and I would always start this way, you may have to make some adjustments later, but just select all the data, the titles and everything. Just click and drag over everything, and then you're going to go over here to your magic graphing button, which says insert chart. Okay, chart is what it calls all kinds of graphs. So if I click that button, when that's selected, ta-da, a graph pops up. Now, this is a line graph, but what I want you to make is a scatter plot. So to change the type of graph that it does with the data, you go over here, see this menu popped up, and from chart type, it says line chart, but I'll click on that, and I'm going to click the one with the dots. Okay, now it's a scatter plot. All right, and you are done with that part. If you wanted to later on, if you wanted to change the title, you can just click on there and edit it. And there are other things that I'll show you how to do later. Today, just make a graph. All right, let's go to the other backpack data, and you go by clicking on that other tab. So now if I click all this and I click my magic graph button, well, it gives me another scatter plot, because Google will guess from the data what kind of chart that you want. But see down here, it says bar graph, backpack data bar graph. So I want you to make a bar graph. But if you go down to the bar graph, it makes one, but this isn't very useful, because if you see here, they plotted the boys' backpack weights on here on this x-axis and the girls' backpack over here on the y-axis. And that's not what we want. We want to see, we're comparing sort of the size of boys' backpacks to the size of girls' backpacks to see if there's a difference. And this doesn't help with that really. Okay, so what I'm going to do is a little bit different. So if you just click on your graph and hit backspace or delete, it takes it away. And I'm going to show you how to tell it that we want you to graph this and this separately. Okay, and you can do this with any graph. Sometimes you don't have to. You can just select it all, but you can do it with any graph. So I'm just going to click in a cell over here, click on an empty cell, because it's going to put the corner of the graph there. And now, without selecting anything, I'm going to click the magic graph button. Okay, and then it's confused. It says, but there's no data. What do we do? Like, well, no, you're going to tell it what data. Okay, so you go over into this menu, and you go do, where you see this little box. That's representing the cells. Okay, so the data range, you can enter it in with letters, but you can just select it by click and drag. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the boys backpack column and just select just the boys backpack. Okay, and then so it already says that's what that is. And then you're going to click add another range, because that's how I'm going to tell the computer that this is a separate thing. Okay, add another range, and then I just click and drag over the girls' backpacks. Okay, so now it knows those are different. I should treat those differently. You're telling the computer that. Okay, now you hit OK, and now look. Okay, so now the boys' backpacks are different than the girls' backpacks, so you can see some pattern. Now, really, for these data, I would probably have you average these together and have an average boys' backpack and an average girls' backpack, but this shows you the data and it's at least separate. So doing more things with graphing, I will save for another time, because I just want you to practice making your own graph. Okay, that's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's it.